You're next. Goldberg, 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 Goldberg. Yes, Goldberg has announced his retirement, sorta. And Goldberg he came back just to leave. Harlem J, no, I don't be on boxing scene no more. What happened, Harlem J? They cut me, Kareem Rock? Oh, let's not talk about that foul fest game. They took all the excitement out, and then they had that number 5 from Gonzaga guy. I knew he was finna blow the game. I would have took the ball away from him, period. He hit 2 lucky shots, and I'm like, uh-oh, he gonna think he the guy. And he's not the guy. But let's talk about Goldberg. Okay, this guy here who's cloning me, you're about to be blocked. We don't do well with people cloning me. It's not funny, it's not nothing. It's just sad. Be you or don't be nobody at all. And definitely don't be me. There's only one of me. But let's listen to Bill Goldberg, who came out and it wasn't scripted. Berg!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this ain't part of the show. So,
this was after Raw.
here are the facts. The facts are, in October, I was approached to make a return after 13 years. There was a hell of a lot I had to think about. Physical limitations, age, desire. And by the way, this ain't no damn script. I'm speaking straight from my heart, so I would appreciate it if you'd listen. Sure, you may have wanted that invincible sumbitch that you saw 13 years ago, but the fact is, things changed just a little bit. Now, I am still that guy, but I'm a guy whose focus has moved directly to his family. And as human beings, for the right reason, we can accomplish great things. I like to think that doing it for my family and the WWE universe is the right reason. You guys gave me the opportunity after 13 years to share a part of my life that you never saw. The past number of months have been an unbelievable ride. I'm the luckiest guy in the world to be given an opportunity to come back and show you a little piece of what I used to do. you can cheer me, but the fact is, that little boy right there is the reason why my heart still beats, is the reason why I wake up every damn morning and go to the weight room and drive my ass into the ground to try to become something that he can be proud of.
Now, how can you boo that?
I think over the past number of months, we've accomplished what we set out to do. And I hope you appreciate the opportunity from these fans and all the people in the back that we've been given, because it's once in a lifetime. I love you both more than can be quantified. And I think we've proven that by me living in the gym, living in the bathroom, for God's sakes, and living at the dinner table for the past 6 months so that I could come out here and be a little glimpse of what I used to be. Come here, son. Look, he even takes bumps already. And hell, that's one more than I've taken in my entire career until last night. Now, you guys can be a tough crowd and things have changed over 13 years. You like to be part of the show. You like to boo, you like to make us stumble on our words. But as I said earlier, I am speaking to you straight from my heart, and this ain't part of the show. I was able to take that Universal Championship title to my son's school. And the pride that I felt standing in front of those kids and his teacher and my son was immeasurable. And there is nothing that anyone on the planet can do to take that away from he and I. And as I said, you can boo me or you can cheer me, but at the end of the day, it means you care one way or another, and it means that I've done something. Now, this could possibly be the last time you ever see me in a ring. And some of you people may appreciate that. But, as I said, I'm here for my family. And as long as they appreciate it, I will fight, and I will push, and I will train, and I will do whatever the hell it takes to be me. "13 years removed from the debacle of WrestleMania 20, I think we did pretty damn good last night, Brock and I. Now, as I said, I still had a little glimmer of that Goldberg. And having that glimmer gave me hope that I could succeed. And since I still believe that I am one of the biggest, baddest sumbitches on this planet.
Bird.
You never know what or who's next.
Uh-oh. So is it a retirement or is it not a retirement? We don't know. So now let's talk Monday Night Raw. That was the end of Raw. It was one of the best Monday Night Raws in a long time. They start the segment off with Kurt Angle is the new GM of Raw. Kurt needed to be champion. He needed to be back because he kept wrestling alive at that time when they needed somebody to come in and be that guy. Kurt Angle, the Olympian, came in and it was able to pull that off. Yes, Finn Balor, everybody thought he was going to come back during WrestleMania, but we're going to get to that in a minute. So, right away, the stage has been set for the Hardy Boys to come in and take over, and this is supposed to be the old guys are out, the younger guys are taking over. So there's going to be no more Undertaker, no more man coming from under the ground, and that's it. You just got to get comfortable with it. I barely left my house today. I left to go get something to eat. I haven't even went to the gym yet. It's almost time for me to go to the gym. But I've been sitting here getting caught up on my TV shows. But other than that, that's it. So, like you were saying, when Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, the guy who injured him, was in the ring, then you had, on the other side, you got Samoa in the ring. Then you got the other guy that's in there, Kevin Owens. All four of them at the NXT. All four of them are NXT wrestlers. All four of them were the NXT champions. All four of them represented the NXT. And I thought that was great to have all four of them in the ring at one time doing a double tag team matchup. That was good, great class and a great honor to all of those back there for the NXT and for the fans. Well, the NXT is the best talent search. You know, you're going to get your best wrestlers from the NXT. Now, they might not be the best on the microphone and all of that stuff. That stuff can be developed. Talent-wise, athleticism, knowing how to sell the moves, the NXT teaches you so much over there. That training facility and what they go through over there, you're going to get some of the best talent that you can get. Finn Balor, when he came back, when he left, he was the champion and had to vacate the title. And everybody else has been fighting for the Universal title ever since. But Finn Balor was the one that was picked to go very far. Then to see the Hardy Boys come all the way back and defend the title. And who is this guy talking and sending me Bible quotes in here? He wanted to talk about the Kendrick Lamar video. If you want to have this debate, buddy, we'll do it tomorrow when I get Sean on the line around 5 p.m. tomorrow. And he'll let you know all you want to know about it. We'll bring him in. We'll do it live, and you can have a discussion with him about it. Okay, Drew Swift. Because you sitting here trying to tell me that God said men and women were equal. If that was your point, you are way off base. That was never the case. So you gonna tell me God said a woman can talk in the pulpit? You are out your mind. Okay, Drew Swift. Oh, Sean will definitely be up for that challenge. You keep talking, and if you up in 3 hours, he'll be ready to go. Fully ready to educate you. So for me, I thought Raw had the most excitement of all because of these matches. Seeing I don't know what they're gonna do with, nobody really likes him. A couple of fans like him, but my man with the Superman punch and the spear, I'm kind of hoping Brahms will take him out so that he can get to Brock. That's the match everybody want to see. I think they're going to do a great job developing the younger guys, but you got to move these guys up. They're wasting so much time messing around with guys who, they have no storyline or no plot. They're just sitting there. I want to see some great matchups. I watched that Undertaker match. It was so disappointing because this guy doesn't have any moves. Like Brock Lesnar would be great if he had some moves, but he has Paul Heyman, who's the mouthpiece. He's the selling point. I don't want to see this guy just do the same slam 13 times in a fight and then that's it. Yeah, Roman Reigns. Everybody's thinking he's getting ready to turn heel too. And he needs to. This is my yard. He needs something. He needs something. This dude is like, he's not The Rock. He don't have a mouthpiece. He can't talk. The Rock had personality. From the moment he was there, but when they put The Rock in, when he first came in, The Rock wasn't allowed to have any personality, basically. You saw it in his face when he wrestled and all the stuff he went in. But Braun Strowman, him fighting Brock, that seems like that could be a great fight. Once they put The Rock with the Nation of Domination, that's when it started to roll for The Rock. When The Rock got into the Nation of Domination, that's when he started to roll. When they had Roman Reigns in that group that they were with, that's when Roman Reigns, when he used to come out from the top, you ain't know which area he was coming from. He'd come through the crowd. That was Roman Reigns. That's when he was a fan favorite. The Shield. Yep, there it was, the Shield. And they were talking about they about to get the Shield back together. They should have, but now it's time to bring up Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just need to work on some wrestling moves. The Rock had a couple of wrestling moves. That's the thing. He can't, all he does is spear and right hand. I'm just like, come on, man. You got to move on. Seth Rollins could wrestle. The Nation of Domination. Damn! And D'Lo Brown. You won't do it. Why? He go 1, 2. Somebody kick out. You won't call 3 because he white. Because he's white. Big Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. Braun Strowman. Rhino's contract was up, and I think he's out. Big Show right now is just like partially retired. He's just out there. Well, thank you, Richie, for just subscribing. But I'm glad they championed the one guy that I'm very proud of that's out there. And that is Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle gave so much to this sport. Broken neck, everything. Came back, did what he had to do. So Vince seems like he's getting things back on track. I hope AJ Styles don't go to Raw. Let him stay with SmackDown. You know, because SmackDown to me is like one of the best shows. They have the best matches. And moving him to Raw is just gonna take from SmackDown. I thought it was just a temporary move. I didn't want to believe it. I don't want to see him on Raw. I just don't think he needs to be on Raw. He's great on SmackDown. He built SmackDown. That's his thing. Team Hornswoggle. I mean, SmackDown had the funniest skits. They got the best matches. I mean, I would love to see when they had, what about Free and AJ? That's funny. Finn Balor versus AJ Styles would be great. But Finn Balor got his own thing going on and with the NXT guys over there. So, I mean, that could be something, but I want to see him get the title back. I want to see him go and get that Universal title. I think Dean Ambrose might be hurt a little bit, and they're trying to get him back healthy 100%. They probably limited his outtake. See, the WWE has such a hard schedule, all those flips and slams, and you guys be like, it's fake. People are still landing on you. People are still dropping an elbow on you. You can hit your head wrong on something and get messed up. You've seen wrestlers have surgery. The women get messed up. Women getting ACL tears. Nikki Bella had her neck broke, had to have neck surgery. She's been out of the ring basically since she had neck surgery. It's a very tough business. You can get very seriously injured. We've seen it happen. You've seen Daniel Bryan. He can't even wrestle no more. From all those ladders and tables and chairs, his head hit the end of a table, messed him up. Goldberg got his head, he hit the edge of a rail during the match. No, Tiffany, I don't believe John Cena's on his way out. John Cena has the thing is, they wanted John Cena to be a heel. They wanted him to turn dirty and go up against Seth Rollins and all these guys and change his character to more of a bad guy. And that was going to win him some fans over. And John Cena fought Vince McMahon on that and said, no, no, no. And he said, I have too much now built in with my charity foundation and everything I've done. I would look like such a fraud to be the bad guy here. So they fought back and forth. He was like, no, this is my bed. You know, like, this is me. I gotta do, this is it. I'm John Cena. You know, I'm not a character. That's who I am. I'm John Cena. So John Cena can't be a bad guy. And then nobody would believe it. If John Cena was bad, you know, Vince came in there. Oh, come on, John. John. Hogan was the biggest name in this sport. Hogan. When he turned into Hollywood Hogan, nobody expected it. It made him a megastar. Hollywood Hogan. He had a whole new look, new fan base. He came back bigger than ever. You can do it, John. John Cena was like, no. No, the reason why I started doing Raw reviews is because the fans kept seeing me at the Raw events. They kept seeing me at wrestling events. They're like, dude, I didn't know you was into wrestling. I'm like, yeah, I'm always at the wrestling events. But I didn't talk about it because my fan base wasn't wrestling. They didn't ask me to do wrestling videos. But if you go back and watch my videos, I've uploaded videos of me at wrestling events, at SmackDowns, on my Facebooks, everything. They said, hey, man, I'm like, dude, I know more about wrestling than anything else in the world. I've been watching wrestling since I was 2 years old. My uncle owns 1% stock in WWE. How do you think I got my video back? I went to WWE and contacted them directly. I got friends that work for WWE. I understand this business. I understand how the wrestling business worked. We used to go to events when they were just completely down. I know the other guy. It's great to not believe. It's easier to not believe. Yes, I have photographs of me and my friend at the WWE event. They work staff. I got a staff shirt. I can wear my staff shirt and go into WWE. Well, we talked about the Hardy Boys, and we're glad they're back. The wrestling needed them because they were the last real tag team. Everybody else is like put together, formatted. This is a real tag team. They're a real tag team. There aren't many like them left. No, I don't work for the WWE. I got friends that work for the WWE. Oh yeah, that Umanga manager. I forgot his name. Yes, the fans hate Roman Reigns. And I'm like, why do you guys hate Roman Reigns so much? And they were like, we hate him because he doesn't have any moves. And then Roman Reigns, he'd be like, hey, watch your mouth. He's really difficult. Oh, some stories we could talk about, some that's not true. My friend used to date the other Bella, not Nikki. He used to date the other Bella. We've talked about that. Before she met Daniel Bryan, he used to date her. Then one of my friends, he got fired during WrestleMania. He had a big party on the executive floor and got himself terminated. I was sad for him, man. That's a tough way to lose your job, man. Oh no. It wasn't about that at all. It wasn't because he said anything. I remember he put that in the chat and talked about like, oh, I'm gonna rat you out. But no. What they did is they do a sweep anyway. And we had a conversation about that, and all they were doing that anyway. They were just taking everybody down. But the video is back up. You can go see the video right now. Well, that's what they do. They try to cover up all the incidents that happened with Paige, you know, and her crazy sexual things that were her private business. It became very public. And some of it was, I don't think it was Paige, but a lot of it was. It was like about 4 or 5 videos. And I said, wow. Straight Paige. It seems like that's all she did was take it up there. She was taking it backwards and enjoying it. Yeah, here's my friend that works for WWE. He's part of the staff. Well, he was part of the staff. It's my buddy John. And he used to date the other Bella. John. And what he did was he put those lights up right there. He puts those lights up. They get up there on the rafter. They put up all the lights. They set up everything. They lower a string down and come down. And he worked for the lighting company that is hired by WWE. He got in a motorcycle accident, like right after he got sent back home. WWE sent him home. And once that happened, you know, that was it. But mostly all of your favorite wrestlers, most of them, all of them smoke. Smoke. This the ex that got on my nerves. She was so nice at this time. Oh yeah, she was bad. From Arizona. If you been to Gilbert, Arizona, you could pick her up. The west side of Detroit, the west side of the D. But my thing now is I'm glad that they came back and solidified that they're the champions now. And now I want to see New Day battle the Hardy Boys. And that's what it's about. Seth Rollins is one of the best wrestlers. I mean, they had the best matches at WrestleMania. Let's be honest. If we're being honest about it, Seth Rollins and the Game had one of the best matches out there. He discovered Seth Rollins really and said, this guy's going to be something else. Let's get this guy up here. He championed Seth Rollins. I'm a great fan of Kurt. Kurt kept the business alive when it was taking a lot of like lumps back in the day. Kurt kept the business going. Kurt, tell me who was your best matchup? What was your best storyline of Kurt battling who? Oh, you talking about Kabuki? The Great Kabuki? The Great Muta? The Great Muta with the Kabuki leg lock. I've actually saw Rick daughter use that. The women's wrestling matches was great. The women wrestling bout was great. I love John Cena. All you gotta do is go check my videos. You see me there with John. John Cena! Chris Benoit shook up the entire wrestling organization. When Chris Benoit died, everything changed. The gaming industry, because there was so many deaths, it wasn't just, that was just the icing on the cake. Oh, John was great. Eddie Guerrero died. Another wrestler passed away right before Eddie. And then you had this happen. So you're looking at a situation where now things are not good. Yeah, that was a roid rage rather. And that's when a crackdown came down on professional sports about using performance enhancing drugs. So Randy Orton, all these other wrestlers, you start seeing all these six packs disappeared and they got real small. And they started being a little bit fat. They had to get off that stuff ASAP. And they had to start randomly drug testing wrestlers. The government cracked down on them because there was too many guys dying from heart attacks who used to be wrestlers. And then when you have a murder-suicide and people think it was related to them taking performance-enhancing drugs. Yep. I remember Eddie, man, when he came over, when they did the Latino Heat. Eddie, they say you cheated on me. No, mamacita. No, they all lying. Everybody used to be ratting on it. It used to drive people crazy. Who's that dude in the hoodie? Oh, you didn't recognize him? You didn't recognize the guy in the hoodie? That's old school before the goatee Floyd. Maybe I didn't get that bracelet on his hand. Oh, and because I knew Floyd, you know, I got all the toys that came along with it. Juventud Guerrero. Well, when Randy Orton was there, he didn't want to be a part of Evolution. He didn't want to do that Evolution thing at all. They had another wrestler that was supposed to be in there. They kicked him out. Oh, both of them are sisters, of course. They all wanted Floyd, and they knew to get the Floyd, they had to go through me. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Did I have some fun. Y'all have no understanding of how this thing works. Just because they love Floyd Mayweather, and you know Floyd, and they seen you around Floyd, I am the most interesting man on the planet. And they are willing to do any and every little simple thing they can just because I know Floyd. They was like, you think we can meet Floyd? Yeah, after tonight, I'll introduce you. Oh, man. It's like that everywhere we go. Every city, every town. It's just, that's what we do, man. That is what we do. It was a fun ride. I had fun. I enjoyed the ride. We had a great run. Them the Bombay girls. So and if we were in the same high school, I wish they went to my high school. Oh, look at that. Who is that guy? Throwing a very incorrect punch. I don't know. I don't know if a Real Brothers video is coming. I don't really talk to Tommy like that often. I think he's in Africa doing something. Or he fighting the power somewhere. Tell you, Tommy like coming around when it's football season. That's when I hear from him the most. He hate Jimmy Butler, but now Jimmy Butler's killing. He ain't got nothing to say now. His guy Dwayne Wade is out for the season. Like I said. And that's that. So y'all tell me though, Sting the truth. Sting, you know they made Sting character, they changed him. When Sting first came in, he came in wild with the paint. They made him like the Road Warriors. So when Sting came around, that's who he was. He was like the Road Warriors. Oh, he can't go to it with me on Rose and them. That's why he texting me now and I ain't getting no phone calls. Cause he know he ain't got nothing to say. If Butler was screwing up and Wade was still playing, he ain't got nothing to say. Wade out and Rose just went down. I ain't finna hear from him. But he had a lot to say when the season was on. Tell you, he's still in Africa doing stuff. Steven ain't gonna attack Kevin Durant no matter what. Kevin Durant pick up a red cup instead of a blue cup. Oh, did you see that at the restaurant? He went and picked up the red cup instead of the blue cup. Now you know that's the feminine color. That cup ain't even red. It's really pink. So what that's telling you is pink is the color of a cupcake. What do you think, Max? That means Kevin Durant doesn't have what it takes to win an NBA championship. I've been saying this all along. He doesn't want an interview with me. He's mad at me and won't give me an interview. So why are you picking up pink cups? That's because you're soft. Oh, man. Stephen A. Smith is going to hate that guy because mainly he's not going to care. He's not going to care. Yeah, well, you won't see me wearing that masculine color. My favorite wrestler of all time is Randy the Macho Man Savage. After that, I would say Bret Hart, Ric Flair, Jake the Snake Roberts, man, it's so many. Let me address this finance analyzer. You want to talk about 9/11 and some Jewish people, right? What does this video have to do with 9/11 and some Jewish people? This video has nothing to do with that. We're not going on that route. If you want to hear a political video about 9/11 and all of that stuff, we have talked about all this stuff before. Oh, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. He's not in my top wrestlers of all time. Jake was one of my favorites. I never forget the first time I seen Jake the Snake Roberts was Saturday night's main event. I watched Saturday night main event when they started coming on and he was fighting Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And the match didn't even get a chance to take place. And he power drived his head into the cement outside the ring. Waiting on him to come to the ring. He's waving to the fan. Clothesline! Went out there and DDT'd him to the floor. And that was it. Then put the snake on him in the ring. It just blew everybody's mind. We had never seen nothing like that ever. And from that, nobody knew what that move was even called. We hadn't even seen it before. And we was like, what is that? The DDT. What does it mean, brother? What does the DDT even stand for? The end, brother. The end. Oh, Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner. Yeah, Superstar Papa Pump. He looked like Superstar Billy Graham. That's who he got his character from. He was trying to be like Superstar Billy Graham. Dyed his hair like him, the beard. Started looking like Superstar Billy Graham. That's what they named him, Superstar Papa Pump. Then it was like, let's just stick with Big Papa Pump. This goes to all you freaks out there. The big bad booty daddy is back. Shawn Michaels, that's who Seth Rollins remind me of. He's like the rebirth of Shawn Michaels. Well, everybody started doing steroids. Leap and Lenny Poffo was doing steroids. Rick Martel started doing steroids. Everybody was doing steroids, and it was like, all right, way to go. It changed wrestling. But once people start getting out of control and it start damaging their bodies, then you start seeing people decline from this stuff. Then wrestlers start dying. Yeah, it's sad what happened to Magnum TA, man. It's really sad what happened to Magnum. What's up, Baltimore Greg? Big Tess died? I don't even know. That's the king right there. Oh man, Tess is over. Island girls are freaky, man. Freaky. And who's that? Young Kevy right there. The 40-inch gold chain, the big belts, the dark shades. What more could I say? I was Florida ready, baby. That's Jazzy. See, Jazzy and the King. See what happens when the King go out. See what happened when the King go out. When the King go out, he always come back with some fish. Yeah, I do that for y'all, the fans. She died from steroids or porn. Thank you, Nitra Thigpen. Oh, Val Venus is great. Val Venus is great. That man used to come out with a towel, be rocking. Val Venus. And people, the public, you know, the parents start complaining about him. And that's when they had to shut Val Venus down. But that was funny because Val Venus he was something. I mean, yeah, they used to bring him on only at night. He couldn't be on in the Saturday morning. See, that's when wrestling used to come on Saturday morning. And now they don't really do the Saturday morning thing like they used to. He was trying to, you know, take it off like, you know, like beat a Ravishing Rick, but they had went to the extreme. My man would come out in a towel. Nah, he wasn't Rick Rude. I'm 5'11". Suge is like 6'1", 6'2". You see, I put on my tough face. I'm with Suge. I'm going to put on my tough face. The thing is, we were all going in the club. Me, Suge, and a couple of his dudes, we were all going in this club. We was in a club that normally Suge ain't supposed to be at. Do you know where this is at? This is in Las Vegas at Treasure Island. We're at Treasure Island. Boom. Was paid with my lucky Corona shorts. Yeah. Bam. Yeah, we was watching Impact and we saw that the Hardy Boys left their belts in the ring. We was wondering like what happened. They lost the belt. Now we see why they lost the belts. Now we see why all that happened. This is a funny day. Everybody thought that I was Tito Trinidad. It was very funny to have the press all around taking pictures. Well, the thing is, TNA is where you go. It lost a lot of its appeal. Jeff Jarrett was there, and he was one of my favorites at the time. Jeff Jarrett. That's JARRETT. Double J, Jeff Jarrett. JEFFJARRETT. That's Double J, Jeff Jarrett. So when they came out with TNA, they were going to be the alternative to the WWE. So when WWE get through with you, you had a home there. So you didn't have to go through a lot of the BS that WWE was putting some of the wrestlers through. Like a lot of the people who had talent and they just couldn't get their careers on track. So when like Kurt Angle was there and stuff, they had a lot of good stuff going on. Then they got Hogan. And then it started blossoming. They had Flair go over, and it was taking off. But they had Brooke Hogan, and she was supposed to be in a relationship with one of the. They started messing up. Yeah, WCW was great. They just spent too much money trying to battle with Raw. They got into what's his name? Russo got into a pissing contest with Vince McMahon, and that's something you don't want to do. Ted Turner doesn't care about wrestling. Ted Turner is not vested in wrestling. He's vested in numbers and stats. And he's like, I want to get a wrestling thing going. But once he bought the entire cable network and everybody got to pay him money, Ted Turner is the richest man in the world. Basically, he owns the most land of anybody in the United States of America. Nobody owns more land than Ted Turner. Ted Turner gets paid off every cable channel there is. He closed land on all of these deals. So when he told Ted, he's like, look, your WCW ain't doing something. He was like, I'll just buy it off you. Ted was like, man, I don't care. Here, buy it. Billionaire said, oh, Ted is the second largest landowner now. Who's number one? Who beat out Ted Turner? Because Ted knew, from what I know, Ted was on mostly all the land. Ted Turner used to turn all those old black and white classic films, turn them into color. Put them in color and put them on TV, and the people everybody look pink walking around. They're like, yeah, you'll love it in color for the first time. That used to be like the thing. People be like, man, forget that. They be like, I want to watch it in black and white. But Ted Turner was the man. He ran everything on cable, and he could take people and pull them off and everything. But he bought land. But do you think Bill Goldberg will return? My thing is, I don't want to see Goldberg no more. Personally, I think he should just ride off into the sunset. Because two part-time wrestlers like Brock and him, they were like part-time wrestlers. You guys are the main event, and I can't believe it. Then The Undertaker, that's another part-time wrestler. I'm like, we got to get these guys out of here. So it was good to see The Undertaker go out the way he did. Fans love The Undertaker. I mean, because he's old. You know, he represents a different era in time. You guys are nuts. I'm going to let y'all just keep arguing about Al Heyman and all that stuff. We're going to have an Al Heyman debate real soon. Real soon. Really, really soon. Then we can get into all this stuff with Al Heyman. Man, did I need a haircut that day. I did not know all of this was going on at this time. Okay. Al Heyman is not powerful at all. Everybody loves to talk crazy about these subjects and don't know nothing. Carcino and Capadonna. When you're spending other people's money, That is a sign of power. What do you think the powerful people do? Do they spend their money? No, they spend your money. You guys have no idea what you're talking about. That's how the rich stay rich. You think they spend their money? Kappa ain't never been whack a day in his life. I don't know what you talking about. So do y'all think Goldberg should retire? Yes or no? Should Goldberg hang it up? You think Goldberg's career has ran its course? Absolutely. But see, what WWF is interested in is duplication. And they want to duplicate themselves. They want somebody to be just like them, or they want to run into somebody that's exactly, like some other wrestler they had. They want somebody to take something of Macho Man. Bailey got the Macho Man elbow off the top rope. That was one of her idols. So any little paying homage to wrestlers of the past, like I tell you, Seth Rollins is another Shawn Michaels. They see him, they see the Heartbreak Kid. So when you see, that's right. There's only one Macho Man. X-Pac, he started doing porn too. Big Papa Pump is your hookup. Hey, and don't forget, if you just got here and you want to see what's going on with Goldberg, you got to watch it when it ends. You'll be able to see Goldberg's farewell speech. Or was it a farewell speech? Because at the end, he's saying, you never know. This might be the last time you see me back in there. So they might bring him in there. I don't want to see Goldberg unless he come out with some moves. He said, hey, I ain't the same Goldberg I used to be. He's already let that be known. What's up, Rapping Entertainment? Don't forget to subscribe to Rapping Entertainment's page. They come up with some great stuff and great videos. They don't get the views like everybody else, but I see y'all coming up. I like your movement. Yes, we talked about the Great Muta already on here. He used to have a green miss. He used to have a red miss. Used to do the Kabuki leg lock. Abdullah the Butcher. We know all them great wrestlers from back in the day. And Nikita Koloff, before he became sanctified, Nikita is a complete Christian. And he came on that, they had that Bible show with all the people on there reading the Bible. Uh-oh, don't say Tahiri. Joe Budden might come storming through a wall. Did someone say Tahiri? JYD, the Junkyard Dog. It's a shame what happened to the dog. Oh, if that's the case. Goodbye, Tahiri. Oh, yeah, the Hitman Hart? Yes. I remember Bret the Hitman Hart. Yes, the Big Boss Man was something else. Bobby Lashley ended up going to TNA for a while because they didn't know what to do with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley had some moves, but he got hurt. And then, he was upset by how his career was going. He just had no personality. See, the thing is, you could look the part, but if you don't have any personality, you're not really going to go anywhere. It's only so far you're going to go. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. That was the greatest thing ever happened to him, is when they changed his name to the $1 Million Man. David Batista, I don't remember him doing MMA. Batista did MMA? NWO. NWO to me was better. They had better storylines. DX, what I thought they did and what they accomplished was keeping afloat. They kept the industry going. When NWO was taking over and storming, WCW was reigning, DX came and saved the day. They were more on the, NWO had a line they wouldn't cross. WWE, they didn't have any lines. They crossed. On USA, it was just like, do whatever you want. Ted Turner, they couldn't go that far. You on TBS and you can't really do what you want to do. On USA, they were just like, look, we don't care what you do. We're not even watching. So DX was able to be as raunchy as they wanted to be. And they did some stuff that was borderline, buddy. Woo! So DX was winning the fans back with all the craziness they was doing. Yeah, once it got brought to their attention, they had to hit him with a fine. DX is going crazy. But yesterday was like one of the better Raws. Like it was a lot of energy into Raw. And last year was a bad year for Raw. Raw was getting beat by SmackDown. It was just sucking. And SmackDown was great. You start seeing John Cena more and getting him in action and fights and him sitting on the sideline just basically hosting it. And AJ Styles and them, they were representing SmackDown. And we saw it live. We had Raw and then we had SmackDown. Raw was so dud that it was even brought up on the show, on the very next Raw. It was like, Raw sucks, Mick Foley, and it's all your fault. So they blame Mick Foley for the whole thing of Raw sucking. Unfortunately, my battery can't take anymore, and it's time for me to hit the gym before it's too late. Yes, I did watch the Hall of Fame, and I was very happy to see Ravishing Rick Rude go in. And now I think Undertaker and Goldberg will probably enter the Hall of Fame at the same time. But I gotta charge my phone, so I'm out.